Alright everyone, welcome back to a clean playthrough of Phoenix Point, now with the Festering Skies DLC installed. It's been a while since Festering Skies released. Obviously I got trapped into state, locked down by quarantine, and only was able to return now. So here we are with a fresh playthrough, the new DLC in. I haven't had a chance to play around with it yet, so this will be a blind playthrough, hopefully going through to completion this time, and with a fresh spawn point once again in the center of things in Europe. Very excited. So like last time, I'm going to be showing a lot of the gameplay. I'll cut a couple of the more sort of boring elements in order to just keep the time compressed, but in terms of the interesting elements of combat and strategic decision making, we're going to go through all of it. Some of what I say may be outdated as a result of the DLC coming in, but I'll try and do my research between cuts. Otherwise, you get to see me learn embarrassing lessons on screen. I don't know anything about the new air interception system yet, so we'll encounter that in our own time. Until then, I've got a fresh set of 4 troops. We're playing hardened difficulty on Patreon. We'll go through the 4 new troops as soon as we get to a mission, because we can talk through what abilities we spawned with. I'm going to do a pretty standard setup. You've only got one tech that you can research at the start, atmospheric analysis, and my preferred construction at the start of the game, just hedging your bets, is 1 extra sniper rifle, because so far as early recruits go, I'd like to get a second sniper, whether that's an independent recruit or whether that's a Phoenix Point recruit, and I want to have a gun in order to give them. So that's that. Straight away, we're just going to start exploring the unexplored sites as soon as possible. We're manufacturing and whatnot. We're not going to build anything in the base to start with, because recruitment is going to be our first goal. And off we go. And straight away, we've spawned next to Synedrion, and we're getting the chance to do the Synedrion level 1 mission. And you know what? 4 troops, first mission, minimal reward, high risk against opponents that normally you'd want to face with 2 snipers. I'm going to do it anyway. So, got 4 new troops ready to go. Some new, some returning from the previous series. You can now support me on Patreon, and I'm taking the troop names where possible from patrons, and if I run out of patrons who have naming rights, the rights are going to go over to individuals who served nobly in the first Phoenix Point campaign run-through. So, returning as a sniper, we have Nero. Nero has the biochemist ability in this run-through, which is not great for a sniper, because snipers don't tend to put out multiple shots. That's a little unfortunate. However, at his top level, he will get bonus stealth and speed, which suggests to me a infiltrator build. That extra stealth can be really quite useful. Healer, extra willpower, bonus healing, I'll take it. Nathaniel Moody returning as our heavy. This one's got a lot of bonus points in the middle this time. In particular, Bombardier means that the mounted weapons, so heavies already have mounted weapon proficiency, is just going to mean that we have additional range and damage on those weapons, which I think is fine. 25% carry weight and 2 strength. If you really want your heavy to be doing lots of carrying during missions, it's okay. Far sight at +2 willpower, +10 perception range, it's okay. But Nathaniel's real benefit here is that Bombardier is going to be a good ability to add to his devastating damage output in the mid-game. I'll take it. As for now, this is a Synedrion mission, so it's going to be a med kit for Nathaniel. It's going to be a med kit for our sniper, and a grenade in the backpack. For Vincenar the Assault, he's got Thief, so stealth abilities and speed abilities early, followed by Trooper and Close Quarter Specialist. So Trooper just makes him better at using his assault rifle, and Close Quarter Specialist makes him better at shotguns and melee weapons. It's accuracy on shotguns, damage on melee weapons. Now, picking up Trooper early, if you want to stick with assault rifles, makes assault rifles like a significant amount better. 20% accuracy is a big jump. Close Quarter Specialist takes what an assault will normally be doing in the mid and late game, which is using shotguns and melee weapons, and just makes it even better at this. So Vincenar probably destined for some sort of assault cybernetic torso or assault berserker build for close combat chain destruction. Might not have to take the Berserker build because you've already got the Close Quarter Specialist and the melee weapon proficiency built in. I'm happy with these. Atrasis has Trooper again. So again, we've got Assaults who have Trooper and Close Quarter Specialists. So the ability to do their base job better. And you know what? I'm happy with that. You're going to be using Assaults to be doing assault things, which is shooting people with assault rifles and shotguns. These two abilities let them do that. Close Quarter Specialist also is one way, with the right build, we can bypass the need to stick Berserker on our Assaults if we want to make them chain-killing melee fighters later on. I'm talking more about the late game now because now I know this playthrough is likely to go through to the late game unless I lose the game. We're in better shape. So that's our squad. We've got 4 people. We're going to fight a bunch of laser pistol wielders, which means most of the work is probably going to have to be done by our heavy. I wouldn't recommend doing this as your first mission normally, but I'm fairly comfortable with the game, so hopefully... Great. Alright, here we are. So, from memory, you got spawn clusters around here, and I think one out here. Most of them tend to be identified. This central area is where most of them will show themselves. You'll sometimes see someone come around the side over here, but really, it's this corridor here where you encounter most of the enemies. So the trick is going to be getting the sniper into a position where they can do a reasonable amount of damage to things that are in that center line without getting shot themselves.
Let's rock.
So I think we're mostly going to hug this building. We're going to camp out in this room here and take advantage of this space, and we're going to try and maintain fire superiority down the center. The heavy has no reach in the early game, so he's going to have to get around and enter this space here, possibly by jumping. In fact, I'm going to say yes to jumping. If he jumps to here, he can then... Is there a pathway inside? There isn't. So cancel the jump
Ready
for
to
now.
roll.
Long distance assault rifle work isn't great. We'll talk about the effects of the patch on Overwatch at the appropriate time, but for now, just know there are now limits on the width of this cone. You can now no longer do the like 180 degree wide cones that I used to love doing with certain weapon types. You are now limited in how wide that cone can be. Their head is no longer entirely on a swivel. Actually, just for completeness, we'll have the pistol.
They're not getting past me.
Vincent, this is a better position over here, so let's establish down here and then we can rejoin the fire team. And so far as the heavy goes, I think for the moment, covered position up here is great. And they've really accelerated that jump animation for the heavies. Okay, so that's the one that comes around the side. One down the center, as predicted. Oh, only a tiny bit of damage, that's unfortunate. Is he going to take any shots? He's currently sniper target number 1. We've got one on the roof who's not going to have immediate shots. Also coming down the center, it looks like.
Action.
Now, laser pistols are accurate as far as pistols go. By far the most accurate pistol. But these are pretty long ranges we're dealing with here. So we've got one guy over here. We've got 2 down the center. Now, what will happen if we do nothing is this guy will come around the corner and get a flank on these guys. So the assaults probably have to deal with him. Right now, the sniper's actually in a decent position versus these guys in the middle. We can probably peek out, take a shot, and then hide again. I'm going to plot out my shots, and then we'll execute. Okay, so I've decided what I'm going to do. This guy has to go, right? As like a matter of
We've got
import.
incoming.
I don't believe they have return fire. They don't. They're stealth specialists. So let's see what the damage prediction we have on the assault rifle is. Pretty good.
No escaping the Phoenix.
Now, if we come around this corner here, I reckon that might be that's all she wrote. Yep, that looks good. 10 bleed, 3 health, done. Okay, so if we now then remain in cover, so we don't get surprised. Bang. Okay, so that's one target eliminated. Now we've got the ones coming down the center to worry about. So to do that, I'm going to have Nero...
Let's do this. Target located.
Ooh, Nero spotted a couple more. What have we got? Yep, they're just the human wave down the center. All good. Human wave.
Here it comes.
Another one. Okay, so, like I was saying, everything is in the center. I think we're just going to pop a shot into center mass. Oh! Cover. I don't think there's anywhere Nathaniel can go that he will get a shot, but if we position him appropriately, next round he might be able to jump down and do something. I'm thinking somewhere like
On
here.
the move.
If we choose to commit the heavy. So he's dead. Now, the question is, can they land any of these difficult shots? We're going to be here for a while.
You're gonna get it now.
In future I'll chop this, but this is me demonstrating that pistols at that distance, that sort of cover, they're not great. They're not great. And next turn what will happen is the assaults can then cut this corner again and start putting fire down on the ones that get closer. Okay, we took one hit, that's okay.
Take this.
Any more than 2 I'd be concerned. Although we may end up breaking contact with the sniper after this. We don't have quick aim yet, so getting efficient shots is not easy. I think I'm going to stop recording now because there's a lot of pistol rounds. Okay, so we got a little bit of a tickle to the head, which was unfortunate. Statistically unlikely, but it happened. What we're going to do is I think, break contact and try and draw a few of them forward and then ambush them, I reckon. The alternative is we move up and try and win a firefight. Let's just plot that out. If I move up... Oh! What's our health count there? 17. In decent cover. Can you land the pistol shot? Okay, all skill, no luck. They were all hitting the tree. Now, we've got this cluster. Nice and close. They're getting in close on the heavy, but that's not necessarily a problem. In fact, I'm hoping he can kill one in one shot. The assaults between them can probably kill one. And then the sniper can reliably significantly injure one or make up for a bad assault run. So, let's think about this. You take your lowest utility, most limited shot first, which I think is this guy here. The alternative is we do those are worse, but I think this is the best shot. Then we take the assaults and the sniper cleans up. So let's do that.
Ready to fire.
Nathaniel, it's been a while. Oh! Okay, significantly dazed. He will get one shot. He's also at 2 willpower, so if anyone else dies, it's unlikely he'll get to take a turn. We'll shoot at the more damaged and more proximate one first.
Oh! Let's blast them.
I'm annoyed that there's no bleed there. 4 health, no bleed. This is a situation where a pistol round would do the job if it can hit. No.
Lining up a shot.
Now, let's... Ooh, these are not as good. So, situation, because I'm never going to use them otherwise.
Check this out.
To take a guaranteed kill with a grenade. Which puts this guy onto willpower 0, which is not a good place for him to be. What's your willpower? You're 0 as well. So we're in a great place now, suddenly. And if there's any that are unseen, they're hopefully panicking too. Let's just get the damage in. 90 damage. Love it. Nathaniel, you stay glued to that pillar. In fact, everyone stay glued to their cover. Anything at this point is going to panic them. Anything. We're just going to have to survive 3, maybe 4 laser pistol shots this turn. Don't mind 30 damage. And he's moving, so that's it. Great, now we're going to panic all of them.
Target hit. Fire.
Okay, he's at 7, he's dead. Nathaniel. I'm thinking the bash is actually the cheapest way to do this, so we don't spend ammo. So let's do that.
I'm going.
Oh!
That was not nice of you.
People are not dying today. They're just not going down. I guess we'll bash them with the medkit. Sniper can Overwatch still, in case there's another one, and
They're not getting past me.
Everyone else needs to advance or Overwatch.
I'll keep my
the ones
eyes
that are further
open.
up get to be
I'm going in.
Overwatching, and the ones that are behind get to catch up.
No!
And is that the mission? Yep. Awesome. So, we come out of that with 30 damage and 1 medkit down, but we get some experience. We clear a special mission early, which is handy, so we've now met Synedrion. Which is good, because we need to steal some aircraft from them as soon as we got a team. Because I'm imagining now with Festering Skies, an Air Force is going to be even more important.
I'm being honest about our...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
150 tech, I'll take it.
I hope we can...
So we found our first Synedrion haven. There's no aircraft and there's no good trade here. That's unfortunate. The only person who's leveled up is Nero. We will take the obvious extreme focus. So it's going to be extreme focus, quick aim as soon as it unlocks. Oh, nifty. Okay, so 3 laser pistols in loot. Nifty, nifty, nifty. Straight away. There's 22 shots in each of these magazines. You're not going to go through that much pistol ammunition. So Nero, at least, first session upgrades straight to a Hephaestus 2 laser pistol. Quick aim as soon as we can get it. Then we want to get speed up to 16, which is the interval where you actually get more actual movement. Then willpower in order to power quick aim. That's my standard sniper build. All of this I'm fine with. I'll keep searching now, examining sites, and see if anything interesting happens. Mostly I'm hunting for places where I can get some recruits. Once I get the tech that allows me to do so. Okay, explore. Okay, so we recovered some site data, some geographical data which we can't reach, but at least we know they're guaranteed scavenging sites. I would have rather just found a scavenging site, but there you go. Maybe I'll have more luck at the next one. By the way, I finished the first research, so what I'm going to do is go straight to Haven recruitment protocols. Then we're going to go Phoenix Archive. We won't need the 150 tech from the Synedrion research early, although, of all the faction researchers, this 150 tech is by far the most valuable of what you can get. Anyway, I'll keep exploring. Also, the mist right here, so I'm going to want to explore these unexplored sites around this, and let's be glad our base is here. We can respond to early mist threats from here. This will be where the first Pandoran bases we raid are. Other than that, I'm not seeing mist anywhere other than out here, India, Bengal sort of space. So, we're in a good place. Well, that's handy. That's very handy. 500 and something materials. I'll take it. We've almost finished our first sniper rifle. Let's go explore down here before it gets covered by mist. We've finished a Firebird. Do I want a second Firebird? Just to be safe, the answer is yes. Everything else we can make do with. Please be something good.
Research complete.
Haven recruitment is done. We're doing Phoenix Archives. Actually, let's do Haven Trade. Synedrion. So, okay. We can recruit Austin. He's an assault. Ideally, we want a sniper, but he's the first soldier we found, and we can afford him. Equipping him is going to be a problem. He's not proficient in any of the guns that we have. I could manufacture him an assault rifle. Also, Patreons, I will review the names in between sessions and update that for all new recruits. So someone who wants to be playing a formerly Synedrion assault, if you're on Patreon, sing out. I guess I can give him, grenades and non-proficient handguns. I can give him a non-proficient sniper rifle. I can have him huck grenades and like that. Let me think about this. So the way this works is it makes the non-proficient weapon much more inaccurate rather, than it would otherwise be. So I'm sort of in two minds. I can either take the pistol and get right up and personal with people and shoot them repeatedly, which I think is what I'm going to do, or alternatively, I could hand out the sniper rifle. I think what I'm going to do is this. A grenade hucking, pistol using assault trooper. The reason I say this is because we've recruited Austin, and the question is, do we immediately go and try and steal their aircraft, go straight over to another Hephaestus early? This is a bit of a big ask for my skill level, because we're taking 4 troops, sort of 5, like an off-equipped assault in against Synedrion early, but there might be some loot, and getting another aircraft straight away means I could transition these 5 troops onto the faster one, and the Manticore could be on reserve straight away. So this is actually tempting. Look, the way I see it, that window shopping is not a noble activity, and if we want to save the world, then we need to move quickly, and you move quickly in Synedrion aircraft, not in Phoenix Point design. So off we go. I'll be back once we have combat contact with Synedrion local defenders, and you can all never let me live this down, because it seems every game, this is how I start. So I want to be careful not to push too far forward, while at the same time making sure I'm able to engage these targets around here. Let's just drop the rifle a little bit, and let's shoot up a torso.
Moving out. Ready to engage.
Okay. That's the most dangerous thing I can see that's down. But there's still a threat out to our left, and there may be others out this way. I think what I'm going to do is put the heavy up high, so if there's anything in this building or over here, the heavy's going to be positioned to respond without being immediately exposed. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a defensive camp in the center right now. So I think I'm going to move out to the left, put an overwatch out that way for whatever is over there, move one step in with this guy, and the pistol user, the Synedrion defector pistol user, probably all the way back out here, and we'll sort of wheel around into the main structure.
Let's see what we can do.
Ah, shit, it's a sniper. But hey, he shot the rookie Synedrion dude who doesn't have any actual combat utility. And we've got a Synedrion assault up high. Will he take 2 volleys? Just glad Nathaniel's up there. Okay. Medkit's going to have to be the name of the game for our Synedrion bloke. We can go here and get 2 bashes. Hello. That's a Nathaniel. There we are, that's the daze. So that'll prevent him from doing most of his offensive on his turn. He's down to 1 AP with no accuracy, which means no assault rifle shots for him. So that heavy has basically taken that guy out of the game for a turn, which means everyone else's job is to eliminate that sniper. And the way you eliminate a sniper is you try and chase them down, essentially.
Moving out.
While also not being entirely out of cover.
Preparing to fire.
If I move there, I can move 1 square back into cover afterwards. That was pretty bad. In the Nero. Thank you! Nero never lets the team down. Never, never, never. Which means it's back to... It's 15 HP, which means the second assault is going to have to put 1 round down.
Let's blast them.
From 2 volleys. Do I want to heal this guy first? Probably.
Focus.
I find you usually loot enough medkits that using them in the early game is not that much of a problem. But, it is what it is. Sorry, I had to chop for a moment there. Let's see if we can get that 1 hit. There we go.
Right there.
Austin can now advance. Vincent are in cover. Turn ended.
Scanners.
So Moody will now, track him down. And now I think we've broken the back of the offensive. There'll be more troops, but we can at least make it to this building without being harassed down. This 1 assault to the side, he's dangerous, but if we keep our wheel, where we're going left and rolling into this building, he shouldn't be able to engage us too effectively. So what I'll do first...
I'm going.
How are we doing on willpower? 0. So anything else, and we'll get our panic round. And we love a good panic round. Takes the pressure off. Ooh, there is a sniper down there. So Nathaniel, you get to bash that guy next turn, but for now, hide. The sniper won't be able to climb up here and use his sniper rifle. He might try and come back and shoot you in the head, Nathaniel, in which case, I'm sorry, I wanted to poke out.
Receiving. What's our move?
Nero is probably not going to be in position for a shot this turn, which means Nero is just moving up in as much cover as is practicable.
What's our move?
The problem is, the reason I'm being quick is because you can't wait forever because they do spawn reinforcements and you have a limited ammo load, you've got a limited medkit load, you've got to keep moving on these missions. You've got to get in, claim the aircraft, and get out. Shooting has got no point here, so we're just going to move up and try and be bait. Try his simile, but with full cover. I'm not going to try and overwatch, I'm just going to let him close while we make it towards the building. The one overwatch I'll do is here, in case he tries to get super close, but I doubt he will. Okay, let's go.
Let's see what we can do.
That's fine.
From each according to their abilities.
That's
Direct
less fine.
action.
That's less fine. Because he no longer has a med-kit. And there are now assaults on both sides of this group. The need to get inside that building or to kill one or the other is now huge. Because he's in bad way.
Do we have a plan?
I mean, I could probably get him out of the immediate firing line. The problem is that there's a sniper inside, which means I can't hide in there immediately. Okay, I might have a shot there. Killing either of these assaults is a bit of a dicey proposition, but probably something that needs to be on the cards. Nathaniel might have an arm shot. Give me a moment to think. So what I'm going to do first is
Ready to roll.
bring the least useful shot out, the assault, and see whether or not I can make it useful. That looks pretty useful. Oh! Okay. Dazed, bleeding, 5 HP. The new guy probably spawned with 4... No, he's got 4 willpower. Okay. This guy is dead and out of the game, meaning this guy is actually on 2 willpower. So if we can neutralize him, the only threat that I know of is the sniper inside. The sniper cannot realistically come out of the building and engage with the sniper rifle. And even if he can, I might want to go in and get 2 pistol rounds off. But let's first evaluate whether or not I've got a serious chance of eliminating this assault. Okay, So I've thought a
Right
little bit.
there.
I think what I need to do is make decisions based on whether Nero can make this shot. This is about a 70% shot. Okay. So with 90 damage down, I think the assaults can probably kill this guy if I'm appropriately aggressive, as opposed to inappropriately aggressive. The other question is this guy. So, I decided to shoot this guy twice in the arm. He's still got a laser pistol, but that's significantly less dangerous on a flanking attack than the sniper rifle would be. So I can then come back out here and be safe as long as this guy over here dies. So the question is, if I
Let's
move up,
go.
can I do that?
Aiming.
It's not a particularly good shot.
Right there. Ready to engage.
Fishing for an... That's a much better shot. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, he's dead. Fantastic. Into cover.
I'll be right there.
Move up. Cover the doorway.
Anything that moves, dies.
Come
Moving.
out. Nero back into cover. Done. Dead. Dead. He may have healed. That's probable. Let's go
Repositioning.
poke the
Hope
door
this
open.
works.
No, he's panicked. Fantastic. So we'll kill him that way if we have to, but I'd
I was
rather
born
use
ready.
Phoenix assault rifle assault rifle ammo if I can.
In my sights.
Although I'm not carrying a backup magazine.
Do we have a plan?
How much is your bash damage? Basically
Have
nothing.
to focus. That was a kill. Probably. Moving.
What do you mean that's probably a kill? You literally blew the
Receiving.
person's head off. Jesus, this new recruit for a Synedrion guy is not that smart.
What's our move?
Everyone else, I think, gets to go inside this turn, and the question is, can Nathaniel claim the aircraft? So if I move Nathaniel out just a little bit... No, I cannot use his jump ability yet. I'd need to get out a little bit further. And even then, nah, I'm probably going to have to walk the long way, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get everyone inside this building.
ready.
I'm going to get a
I
med
was
kit
born ready.
on this guy as soon as I can. But right
Running.
now, everyone just has to get inside.
I'm ready.
Including you, Mr. Nero Delacroix. Awesome. Okay, I think this is going well. We're going to need to pop a sec, because this mission's going to cost us 2 medkits so far. But I'm liking how we're going. Okay, next
Let's
turn,
get this
no
done.
sign of Synedrion Steel. So, Nathaniel gets to activate. We're now on a 5-turn countdown. He has enough willpower to jump out again if he needs to. I think we're mostly going to bunker down around this building and use this as our defensive position.
Here.
I was born
Do we have a
ready.
plan?
So
I'm
Austin
getting
can
there.
come up here, get healed.
Ready to roll.
Which is a perfectly functional amount of health.
Moving out.
Vincenar Overwatch for that building. Nero come in and watch this corridor. Sniper rifles have quite
Holding
a narrow
position.
arc of Overwatch now.
Holding position.
Pistols seem to have quite a good arc. Okay, there's our spawn. Engaging the aircraft, that's a problem. He's not going to destroy the aircraft, it's just affecting our repair time. And now, after all these years, well, not years, months and Yes, I guess more than a year. It now matters what health your aircraft are on, because I presume if the Pandorans attack me, I'm going to want to have as much HP as possible on my aircraft. I'm not going to be able to engage from this position this turn. So I'm probably going to hide behind these walls and just overwatch. The best Austin can do is hide at the moment, although that window makes him a little bit exposed. So I'm tempted to sort of do this. Partially break contact with that sniper.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, that's not a very good shot, is it? But it does stress that we are exposed. So we want to come around this side to engage next turn. We'll let him shoot his sniper rifle at the aircraft again. Moody can head up to the roof, which is a position from which he can engage that sniper eventually, without being immediately vulnerable himself. And we'll base Adrahis in this building. All of which should be mostly safe from this sniper.
Escalating
That would have been a really bullshit shot if he'd made that through the glass. But hey, we defended the aircraft. So, now is the turn where we have to start putting some hurt on this guy. And as usual, the best way to kill a sniper is with another sniper. Fantastic. Nero, I'm not sure how many hits in a row that is, but good job. The problem is the rest of the damage. This is why I would like to have a second sniper at this stage of the game.
I'm here.
Can engage with the heavy, and actually let's do so. I was thinking about it and I was like, nope, let's do it. That's the torso, that's the rifle, so we're just going to put rounds in this general direction.
Need to try again.
Nope. Maybe he'll take the sniper shot, or rather attract the sniper shot. That's a hit. And then I would hide. Austin, you're just not part of this. And then probably out to here. So as not to expose yourself, but to get a little closer and watch this flank in case anything spawns.
Applying kinetics.
Okay, so they just went for the aircraft, that's fine. It can survive 100 damage per turn.
Let's resolve this.
Wait, that's a second sniper. Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, so now it's taking serious damage and some of these guys at least need to die now. 2 turns. We need to survive 2 turns. First question is, can Nero kill either one of them?
Ready to engage.
Nero, I can give you 1 square forward. That's about all I can offer you. You get an arm. An arm is all you need. The question is now, is it worth jumping over and bashing twice and hoping for a daze? I'm going to say yes. Or bashing once rather and hoping for a daze. No, resisted the daze. That's unfortunate.
Receiving.
Should have done the assault rifle damage first so the daze was less likely to be resisted.
Ready to rock.
So that was a rookie mistake on my part. But it looks like the assaults are going to do the damage anyway. 11 HP, so I need someone who can put 1 round into that target. Let's get as close as is physically possible. 1 round. There we go.
Target down.
That's okay, mission's over. So we've got an aircraft with about half health. So here's what's going to happen. One, that's great. I'm going to check for loot after the mission. Got a lot of level ups, he says politely, which is handy. We get that sick feeling in our stomach we get when the first enemies we fight in the game. That's just the sort of organization I run. We're out to save 1 million people, not the 7 or 8 we have engaged so far. We got a Demos, which is great. So this means for the Synedrion guy we just recruited, the Assault Trooper, who we haven't named yet, until we can make him a Phoenix Assault Rifle, we temporarily have at least one. We have a rifle and 1 magazine of ammo just to tide him over. We got the aircraft. We got 2 magazines of Pythagoras ammo, but unfortunately for Nero, we don't actually have the Pythagoras rifle yet. So this is our group. It's going to keep going because the Manticore doesn't need repairs and the troops aren't tired yet. We'll send the Helios back to repair. And then I think we explore until we need to level everyone up when it's the next mission. Excellent. Okay, so we said hi to Synedrion, we made some friends, we went over and we stole their plane. Awesome. So I'll keep exploring. Okay, so I just got a notification that the Helios and all of its modules are repaired, which means the troops can now hand over. There's this troop right here. A sniper, which is what we want. A second sniper for our first team. That's more than enough in my mind to complete our team. Problem is we do not have enough food, so we need to find a way to get food. And the only way we can realistically do that is by scavenging or trading. At this stage, it's scavenging or bust, given the equipment and items we have available to us. So we're going to have the Helios meet us at one of these locations while we explore, so we can then move the team over until we're ready.
Research complete.
Great, so we're now doing Phoenix Archives. We don't want to do any reverse engineering, that's fine. And I hope we find food here. I also noticed that we can trade at the haven that we pissed off. The problem is the ratio is not going to be very good, but I might do that anyway to top myself up. Okay, so Anu. Yeah, we can do the Anu mission. We can absolutely do the Anu mission. Austin, you actually get a rifle now. I had a magazine of ammo for that. Why is that weapon not loaded? I saw us loot an... Well, that disappoints me. That disappoints me greatly. I thought I saw that we had looted ammunition for that. I guess you're going out without just a little bit longer. Did you level up, though? You did. So, dash. Assaults with dash, so much better than assaults without dash. So again, the goal is going to be dash, then 16 speed, then some willpower. Nero. You get quick aim. Quick aim is what makes snipers good. You can then go a little bit faster. So you can now move faster on foot. You've got a laser pistol. You've got a med kit. Life is good. I don't think we need this, although it is +1 bonus speed. I think we're just going to go to 16 speed here, but we don't have quite enough ability points to do it yet. Atrahius, similar story, 26 SP is not enough to go to speed 16, but that's where we will go eventually. Nathaniel Moody is still just happy and ready to go with his tier cannon. Do I want to get Brawler? I've changed my mind on Brawler. I've become better at using bash attacks. I still think later in the game, heavies are all about the grenade launcher, the ancient tech grenade launcher, or strange builds where you do heavy sniper hybrids. That's what the late game heavy is all about. But it's pretty cheap in the early game to grab Brawler, because in the early game, the bash is a lot more useful. Bash and Warcry, they're taking away from your final efficiency because they're not what you're going to be doing with your final build heavy. But you're going to be doing a lot of it early on, I think, because you don't have any better options. So I'm a convert now. I take Brawler, then I take the speed, and then I take the willpower. And you can even live without the speed if you want to, if you think you're going to be jet jumping your heavies most of the time. Anyway, that's that. So everyone's ready to go. Do I want spare magazines? I don't see why not. This is not a wait mission. So Atrahis has grenades and that. We'll put the grenade down there and do that. Ready to go. Let's go do the army mission and get our reward. I can't remember if that reward includes food, but right now I'd love if it included food so we could finish off episode 1 with the brand new aircraft and the Sierra team fully recruited. So let's see how I go with the good old Arno mission. This is the explodey fire and acid worms in a tight confined space one where you stay as a group, you watch your sight lines, you're careful, and if you do everything right, you should take 0 damage. Okay, so I've moved out into the open, 1 worm died to Overwatch, and I've revealed most of them. As you can see, there's a lot of suckers on this mission, for those of you who haven't seen it before. I imagine most of you have seen the worm mission before. It's then just a case of efficiently taking down as many as possible. They've got basically no hit points. The trick is just make sure that they're all dead by the time it gets back to your turn. I'm going to beat this one to death with a med kit. Just for star points. Pistols are also really good at killing these guys as an option.
What's our move?
I was born ready. Rolling.
And as you can see, assault rifles sometimes not so good. Trying to select Nero.
Aiming.
Moving out. Preparing to fire.
So the efficiency of pistol snipers is you can potentially eliminate multiple worms per turn, and then you can put your free Overwatch down to kill one as they approach again. This guy won't get close enough on his turn, so let's just form the group up
Enemy
over
spotted.
here.
Kill confirmed.
Right, and then the sniper will get a kill on whatever is the first to walk through here. The tier cannon is a horrible piece of overkill against worms, but it's better than dying. So we're going to do it as sort of a secondary Overwatch there.
Target missed.
He's going to have to die next turn, but you can see they don't move fast enough to be a genuine threat. I really wish you had alien containment somehow up for this mission, because it would be a bonanza of free capture for the mutagen and the food, but alas no. Although I don't know why you can harvest food from poison worms. Like, on the list of things that don't look like they should yield like appreciable sustenance, they're pretty high on that list.
Ready to roll. I was born ready.
What's our move? Target detected.
Okay, I'm going to do some bashes. This should be fine. So there's barely any left at this point. Of all the
On my way.
of all the initial faction missions, this is by far the easiest. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It is super easy.
I was born ready.
If you just don't overexpose yourself. And just remember, you're fighting a melee enemy with horrible move distance. And if you just keep that in mind, you will be absolutely fine 100% of the time.
I'll keep my eyes open. Target down.
Okay, I think there's one more.
What's our move?
Is that the mission? That's the mission. Awesome. So, this is the one you want to get first, not the Synedrion one, because the Synedrion one can be a little taxing, can be a little challenging. This one, walk in the park, free XP, free rewards. Sirens yet, please. Hopefully they haven't changed anything in the patch that
Normally, when we encounter,
we'd like to know more,
if you
and
want
in
to work
exchange
with
for saying
us,
we'd like to
you'll
know
still
more,
have to
we
deal
get
with the
200
hierarchy.
food. I don't actually
Work
want to
your
know
way up.
more, so I'm going to hang up on him. Haven info, 308 food. How much is for sale? 148. Well, you know that we are in business now. We can send the Manticore over here. Oh, and there's also food to buy here at much better rates. So, we'll do that because at the start, food is king. Which means until we find our next troop, there's really not much for this Helios to do because you can no longer carry the A-team. Might be able to do some gentle recon with it. Anyway, Haven info, recruit soldier, straight to the personnel menu. This is another one that's going to get named after a Patreon after this round. I'll see what responses I get. And instantly we know we can do that, because Nero has first dibs on the laser pistols. And bang, that's Isabel. That's a full Synedrion sniper kit. Heavy weapon proficiency, plus 20% accuracy, plus 2 strength, minus 15 perception. Not what I would normally put on a sniper. Just a bit of a fail. Cautious can be useful. Self-defense. 10% damage, 10% accuracy. Now that's something. That's a little bit of a gunslinger feel. None of these blow my socks off, though. These aren't fantastic. But coming with 15 speed right out of the box, I'm happy. A level 2 sniper right out of the box. We had equipment for it. Alpha team is now a heavy, 2 assaults, 3 actually, sorry, and 2 snipers. Fantastic. So, what did we accomplish straight out of the gate? We've got the Synedrion aircraft online, which is what's going to carry the next team. We've got enough troops for a full A team, and once we find more recruits, we can break that up and have 2 teams, although we'll need another living quarters for that one. We should get constructing on that as soon as we can afford it. Right now, we're pretty much out of materials, and we're running pretty low on food. So we're tight on resources. Scavenging is now the name of the game. We'll keep exploring. We'll open up our initial sites, focusing on clearing everything that's around this mist first. We'll see if we can get at least 1 soldier into this so it can do recon work. I might do that juggling. I'll level up my troops. Actually, no, I'll level them up quickly now. I don't want Warcry immediately because I want to go speed, willpower. I just find that more useful early on. And who else has a level? Thrasis, return fire. And then the question is, do we want to go trooper or wait for close quarter specialist? I think we designate Atrasis as the assault rifle user. Next step, we'll go to 16 speed. Then we'll up the willpower. This makes the assault rifle actually useful in his hands in the early game. Whereas I think Vincenar probably going to wait for close quarter specialist and give the first shotgun out. But I may change my mind on that. We do have 1 extra assault rifle if needed. What I really need to do as well is get some materials, get up to 86 materials, which I'm pretty sure I can trade here for in order to make 1 more assault rifle just to get our other troop up and running. So, solid beginning. The economy is a little tight, but the economy is always tight in the start of Phoenix Point. I haven't seen any sign of the Festering Skies elements yet. I want that new rifle and I want a new living quarters to get faster refresh at base, but we're in a decent position. So, welcome back to Phoenix Point. Greetings to those patrons and veterans who have joined the Alpha Squad. We'll rename a few more troops between the next session, and we'll pick up where we left off relatively soon. Cheers.